About what
Nah, it's
this, look what the fuck he got on, bro. Don't listen to this man. Welcome back to another episode of the Slct podcast. It's your boy Joe, and I'm here with my man.
some guy in the mall, in the mosh.
You not in a grocery store, bro? Not in the gym?
Inflation crazy. I am in the gym. I had to rip the fucking arms off these joints. I just got back in the gym though. Let me not size myself.
This nigga trying to turn into an Avenger and shit. Cause it's episode 10. First time we hit the double digits.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I remember when I first turned 10. I remember that shit. It was like, all my family was calling me, yeah, you hit the double digits now. And I felt, I'm not gonna say I felt like a sense of like responsibility come over me or nothing like that, but it was, there was this sense of like, yeah, like, I'm getting up there now. I'm not just a little 7, 8.
Yeah, I feel like when I turned 10, it was just like. But when I turned 11, it was just like. I'm a teenager. It would. I swear I'm a teenager. You can't tell me shit. It was just like, yo, chill out, young buck.
Yeah, I was gonna say 12 was a little bit more significant than 10, which is interesting because I don't really remember 13.
No, I remember 13, bro. Definitely you. I do. Yeah, man. Episode 10. Shit's crazy out here, man. The president is giving out fake handshakes.
I see that.
Hey, it was like the political fact check or something like that. I think it was on Twitter. They was on some like you might think you seen the president shake like an imaginary person hand, but it's not true. There's like the video was animated, and I'm like, alright. And that's my whole problem with this little fact check censorship. It's like this person is supposed to be doing their job the right way, but yet you telling me this shit that we all seen. You might think you saw, but you didn't.
I don't know if I buy that.
What you mean?
Then it was animated. Was it animated?
No, bro.
I was gonna say, that sounds like complete bullshit.
It is, bro.
Sleepy Joe. You gotta wake up, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Take a shot, man.
Is that the first president named like Joseph? Cause like my man, I feel like this the universe saying, "Hey, wake up, Joe! Like, wake up, Sleepy Joe!" Like, cause this motherfucker, like, wow.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You ever seen that nigga?
Go crazy, go stupid,
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I think I did see that shit.
Yeah, he hop on a Mego.
Motherfucker. Hey. They said they didn't say motherfucking like Johnny Depp, like he it's like having this like
Phantom sneeze.
gotta beat this nigga ass, bro. Motherfucking he taking his like ex-wife to court for like defamation and shit because she lied on him about like beating her up or something like that. And then like throughout the case, they like pretty much revealing their whole personal life type shit to the world. And then like he was saying like Shawty like shit in his bed because he didn't come home and like left it there. And then, and then after that or whatever they had like an argument. So she threw like a bottle of liquor at him, and it pretty much like sliced his finger off allegedly.
Sure.
And then he was saying,
he showed his finger.
Yeah, I mean his finger was fucked up, but motherfucking and then, but after his finger was like fucked up, he stuck his hand in a bucket of paint and started like writing messages and shit. He was like, why did you do that? He was like, yeah, 'cause I got finger paint, and I was just giving it like an expression, writing messages in case, like, pretty much saying if I die, like, to live on type shit. And it was like, bruh, what drugs are you doing, Johnny? But I mean,
like, was hot shit. He looked like I didn't see, like, haven't watched the trial in any sort of length, but from what I seen, that nigga looked like he just came off one big high. Like, he just crashed out, and then they just put him in the suit and was like, alright, here, bro.
But I don't really give a fuck that he does drugs.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't at this point?
If he ain't abusing it to where like he can't be stable, then hey, that's a problem. And maybe I do feel some type of way. But at the same time, like, bro, like, well, let that man do drugs in peace. Like, they're making the drugs like a big focal point of it, saying like he crazy and he like a drug addict, so he beat her up.
How do you feel about the legalization of cocaine and other hard drugs? Heroin, cocaine.
I mean, like the heroin,
recreational,
the heroin part,
opioids,
heroin and like meth. They already legal. The doctor just gotta prescribe it to you.
Yeah, but I mean, just in
I get what you're saying, but a part of me, like, I feel like it should be legal because like a lot of people got this rebellious like attitude to where like they probably won't if the shit was legal and they couldn't like get arrested for like that's not a thrill. It's like the whole adventure. I feel like a lot of people won't dabble into shit, but at the same time, I feel like you just setting it up for people to be drug addicts. But I feel like majority of people are smart enough not to do crack, not to just fucking do heroin or smoke meth. But it's those people that are, and who knows? Like if the shit was legal, maybe they wouldn't crash out on it. You know what I'm saying? They would be more responsible. Like, yo, I don't gotta. But if you smoking meth and fucking heroin and shit, like, you're clearly not a responsible person. So I was like,
already crashing out.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, bro. But like cocaine, I feel like cocaine should be legal. Like when something like but you can't be doing cocaine in a restaurant or like bad, like like a workplace.
Like regulations.
Yeah, like
should be put in a class. Each class should have like stricter and stricter regulations. Like smoke cigarettes in the streets. You gotta be in a bar to drink. Can't drink outside though. And then it's just like up. And it's like nigga, you gotta be in your own house.
I swear, I wish I was like growing up in like the 70s and 80s. I wish I was like a 20-year-old adult or like 18 in the 70s. And then just grew up and then the 80s. Now that shit, motherfuckers walking around just drinking on the fucking sideline, smoking cigarettes, playing football. It was just it was just like a badass time, bro. Coming straight off the fucking Vietnam War. Dang.
I like being born in the 90s.
I do too, but like past like 2019, like after 2018. And 2018 was kind of like a weird year too. I'm gonna say it started like 2018. It was just like, bro, society is like, we about to just kill ourselves type shit. Like, you better just, everybody got an opinion, everybody feel entitled type shit.
Everybody got a phone.
Yeah.
And a camera.
Exactly. And social media.
It is what it is. We're doomed.
Bruh.
My man Elon Musk bought 9% of Twitter.
And you know the crazy thing about that, I think it was like, I forget the company name. but
SpaceX.
Nah, I think it was like some type of prince or something from Dubai, or that's affiliated with a company, but they ended up buying like 11% or 13% or some shit like that. It was like either or, and then they became the majority shareholder and shit, and then they trying to like block him out from buying the whole thing.
They don't want him to be the major power because I think his 9% was the largest share in between one person. He did offer to buy for $43 billion outright as well. From what I seen, he was talking about wanting to keep it as an open space, like no censorship. But when I went on Reddit, a lot of people was like, "Nah, bro, don't let this." But a lot of people are anti-Elon. That's just what it is. A lot of people are.
I mean,
anti-capitalism.
That's the only thing that I would be like, I get it, cause like once billionaires just like, bro, let me buy it, just let me buy it. I got the money and just started buying like.
Yeah.
Now Elon Musk can control, technically, he can control the narrative through Twitter now, and that's just one person. So it's like I get the, no, we can't just let this motherfucker buy it, but at the same time, y'all motherfuckers on there not doing a good job, and y'all on some weird shit. So some gotta give, you know.
That's true. That is true. It would be kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like that would cause. I don't know. I feel like at the same time, your average person on Twitter might not even care as long as it doesn't affect their daily tweeting. But that just might cause a rift.
That's crazy because like around 2018, that's when. Well, I'm gonna say 2016. Like being like politically correct on Twitter was like the trendy thing to do, like, and then it became like, all right, if you just tweet fucking like progressive shit out, or you know like whatever that's trending right now, you are cool. You know what I'm saying? It started with that whole like Coney 2012 type shit. And it was like, I think that was like a whole like experiment to see if people would, stand up, Coney 2012. And then it's just like when everybody latched on, it was like, you're done, bud.
in the time, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen that, it was somehow believable. It was like, okay, but I didn't start like, I wasn't on the train like shit. It did look convincing. But
you're a victim. I never was on some like, I gotta repost this shit because I knew shit like that was happening already, and it's like,
I wasn't reposting shit. I was just like,
bro, how
this is like, he raising awareness to the situation that I didn't know was going on. True.
Yeah, but
Didn't that guy he ended up like in the streets naked or some shit like that? It was some shit like that.
From my understanding, like the shit was fake. It wasn't a real thing.
He went insane.
Like the person that they were saying that was like causing all this harm and terror wasn't even a real person.
Yeah.
That's I could be wrong, but like that's what the fuck I was like.
Yeah. This day and age, Coney is just reduced to a YouTube gag on fucking first person shooter games. You ever seen them Jones? They'll fucking take Coney's face and they'll use like the mouth tracking shit on the picture.
Nah.
And use an African accent, and they'll do shit like they'll like track the person they're playing with. So he'll hop on the Jones speaking like this thick African accent. It'll, just it's modern warfare. Niggas get the Jones and this shit. It's, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up to Illinois. It's, what you mean? Say the street name. Yeah, something lane, right? Huh? I'm sorry, bro.
I'll be the nigga like, bro, you wild as shit, bro. Like, you a bitch ass nigga for that. I instantly try to start disconnect from the Wi-Fi, like try to learn how to hack somebody on P4 or P5.
I was about to say if that shit happened to me, I would just plug my console out of the wall. I wouldn't even try to just exit the game and shit. I just plug that motherfucker right.
I mean, but like once he has to drop, like what else? He has to drop. He got it already. Yeah. Nigga, your house ain't gonna move. You can't move your house down the block, nigga. What the fuck?
Nigga, we'll call Patrick. We gonna push that motherfucker.
Oh man, unplug your house. Nigga, bro, I unplug the house, nigga. Fuck. Shit.
My man Patrick Star gonna come through.
How it's so crazy how like sus the niggas was this whole time, you know? It's like I knew it, but it was just like
who Patrick and SpongeBob.
But I just accepted it. It was like nah, but it was just like them niggas weird, you know what I'm saying?
Looking at it growing up, I'm gonna say I just always had that childhood sense to it. I never really tried to assign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just like
it didn't really hit me until the episode where they fucking adopted that clam, and then it's like it was almost kind of forced upon me to a certain extent. Cause it was like we about to play these gender roles.
You know what's crazy? I think that's when it hit me too, bro. it was like, hold on. I mean, SpongeBob realized a chick right now, bro. Like, why he doing
that? Why he doing that?
Hey, that's funny.
It was definitely that episode, though.
My man.
And I was like, hold on, my man SpongeBob.
Patrick was going to work to watch TV and shit.
Right.
Whole time he was that nigga from Baby Boy. I go over cuz house and play Madden all day. I forgot that nigga name.
I'm trying to remember it. Was it Do Dirty?
Yeah, Do Dirty. I go over Do Dirty house and play Madden.
My girl and her mom think I'm at work. Hey, that's a sad life to live. That is a sad life. The nigga was explaining his frustrations. That movie has a really good message to it, just as far as like growing up, getting to that next level.
Guns and butter. That nigga, hey, you could go home one day and it's gonna be a buff bald head nigga sweating on your couch, talking about guns and butter.
Fucking cooking naked.
I would have been pissed off if that shit happened to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
How old was Jody in that movie?
I don't fucking know. Nigga.
If he was over, if he was over 24, I want to say that was on him. But that's at least a part of what I got from the movie. Like, black men that grow up in single mothers, some of them just like grew up to be mama's boys and shit. Just attachment that they just can't let go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in that same breath, kicking your kids out at 18 is a generational curse. But I mean, if you decide to leave that early, I guess it's on you.
Yeah, I never really understood this shit. Like, if you don't get a job, you gotta get the fuck out of my house. It's just like damn, like. But at the same time, like, you was being a badass kid, and like, you wasn't trying to listen to your parents and be right and go to school type shit. I get it, but at the same time, like, bro, don't kick your kid out at 18.
I guess it's levels to it. So if your kid is just doing bad and it's just like you just have no hope, it's just like, yeah, like this nigga just a grown man acting like a kid at this point, and I can't do nothing about it. If you want to kick your kid out at that point, I completely understand. But if you have a kid that's just like every other person around 18, trying to figure out what they about to do with the next step, go to college, go to the work field, go to the military, start a business, and you just doing some like that, they not on no bad shit, they just trying to figure out life like everyone else at that age, and you just know some like, yeah, you need to leave, or you need to just start contributing a large amount of your check to bills. It's like, come on. Don't you want to give the flower a little bit time to grow before you start?
You need to leave.
You know what's crazy? Have you seen the original clip for that?
Yeah. I don't remember what happened, but I remember like the older lady just looked back and was just like, there's like in a church or some shit, right?
Or it was like a school, like a parent school meeting. And the guy was talking about how his son, a guy from Mexico, he was talking about how his son has experienced racism. And then one of the parents says, "Well, if you feel that way, why'd you come here?" And it was just like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this is exactly what our kids are experiencing. And it was just like, you need to leave.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Man.
Prove the point. Right there. There you go.
You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of people. Matter of fact, let me ask you this question. Is there any Eminem songs that you go back and replay?
I listen to Till I Collapse a lot. I love that song. I can't lie. Till I Collapse. My Band. Even that's not a solo Eminem song, but
I do fuck with that song.
I like Roman's Revenge with him and Nicki Minaj. I fuck with that song too.
You're a victim.
It's that other song. I can't remember the name of it right now. But that one song where like it's like him and a fan of his, and he like wrote him a bunch of letters and shit. Yeah, I fuck with that song heavy. probably think of some more, but that's the ones off the top of my head.
And like those are some your favorite songs. Or those are songs you listen to like now.
Both. I say both.
Alright, so like it's only like a couple of songs that like of Eminem that I probably will listen to. And then I forgot the name of the song when he was like clean out the closet and shit.
Yeah.
It's that one, the Stan one, and pretty much that D12 album. I did fuck with that album, the D12 album. But motherfucking like other than that, like Eminem's one of the probably the best lyricists of all time. Arguably 1, 2, 3, if it's not MF Doom or something like that, you know. Like he could easily be number 1 too, but Eminem is like one of the greatest lyricists, and he could rap all fucking day. But as far as making songs, I feel like a lot of his songs didn't age well. Like a lot of his songs are in the past, and he was stuck in that era. Like as cool as My Name was. It's like it's cool now. It's nostalgic to us, but that shit came out today. We would not fuck with it. They just like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's how.
I feel like that's not fair though. Like of course we're in a different era, so.
But no. But here's the thing, like, if Nas was to drop Illmatic or some shit like that now, that shit would still, hip hop wise, that shit would still be like, bro, what the fuck is this? Jay-Z, he got songs. If he was to drop Big Pimpin' now, that shit would be fucking fire, bro. That's my opinion, but I'm just saying, like, and it's like,
wait. So you said if Eminem was to re-drop My Name Is, like it like niggas would be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But to be fair, I feel like that said I'm a strong man. Like that's one of Eminem's more like.
But just think about it, like that was an era of Eminem. That was like when one of his biggest moments, and then right after that, he came out with the 8 Mile movie and shit type shit. He came out. I think he dropped the encore.
Fuck, that bird need to go to sleep.
He dropped the encore album before or after it. No, encore album is a classic album.
That shit just threw me off. Like I feel like that shit was just a glitch in the Matrix. You heard that?
Like a bird's man?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, this whole like you be seeing, like scrolling on Instagram or some shit, and you see one rapper got to go, and it's like people like saying, oh, get rid of Kendrick Lamar, get rid of fucking Lil Wayne and some shit. I'm like, y'all not gonna get rid of Eminem? You gonna get rid of fucking Tupac? You gonna get rid of fucking Drake? You gonna get rid of Eminem? You gonna get rid of fucking Dr. Dre? Like, these the people you will get rid of to keep Eminem. Get rid of Kanye. It's like you putting this, y'all, like, it's like I feel like rap fans been programmed to just say, oh, Eminem's the best, even though you don't fucking listen to Eminem. Every song that he gets on now, the beat changes or some shit, and the niggas get to rapping, like trying to out rap everybody, and it's like, bro, we know you can rap. Like, when you just going to make good music? Like it's like, just make good songs, bro. Like, it don't gotta be, it don't gotta be that anymore, bro. Like,
I mean, that's just how you rap. That's just how you be making the songs.
But he yeah and no, because look at Encore. That album.
I did hear a cool song from him the other day. I can't remember the name of it. But
it was like a new song.
it was a more recent song. It was pretty good.
And to be fair, I haven't listened to like any of Eminem songs, but this is like I'm talking about the features at least. Those are the ones that I normally hear, but it's like they put him on this pedestal. Like we've been programmed to say Eminem is the greatest.
But
rapper.
I feel like when people say Eminem is the greatest, it's unanimously understood that we're talking about from like a wordsmith point of view, like the ability to like forge sentences or for like put words together.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like we would have to say Eminem is the greatest lyricist. The greatest rapper is just like the greatest basketball player of all time. Like that conversation's like I'm including legacy. I'm including longevity. I'm including like all of this other shit. Like
that's fair. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you because I don't think Eminem is the best rapper.
And I'm like, bro, like you really telling me
he's an awesome lyricist. He definitely, I could definitely say, when it comes to rapping, Eminem is one of the bigger influences when it comes to like the way I rap and trying to like put my words together type shit.
And if you white, if like you a white person or you grew up like in a suburban neighborhood, and you told me Eminem is the greatest rapper and the best, I get it. But like, bro, you in the hood, bro. You telling me Eminem the greatest rapper for what? You don't listen to Eminem. You don't. We listened to Eminem growing up, but it's like, go play that shit now, bro. You gonna turn that shit off.
Who would you say is the greatest rapper alive?
Alive or of all time?
Alive and of all time.
I'm gonna say the greatest rapper alive is Jay-Z, and the greatest rapper of all time, I want to say Kendrick Lamar, but I'm gonna say Tupac. But that would be impossible because I said alive is Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar is alive. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
I mean, but like. Well, yeah, I would have to disqualify that. Like, it would just have to be Tupac. Of all time, Jay-Z alive. And Kendrick would be after Jay-Z. And it's like, Nas is one of my favorite, and I feel like he deserves to be on that greatest rapper alive. But like, I'm not going to be biased. The same reason I'm judging Eminem is like, yeah, you made song for the radio, but you was more like in your bag. And it's like, I'm not going to like shit on you for that, but it's like, you didn't like now he adjusted to the time, but it was like after all of these years. But Jay-Z was consistent with it. He changed with the time. Like Nas took a big break, and I know a lot of that had to do with his like label situation and shit. And that's another reason like you can't blame him, but it's like this shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Like
it is what it is.
And then like his beat selection, a lot of his beats was like for him. It wasn't really for like, and as an artist you can't blame somebody for that.
I feel like trying to come out and say like you're not the best because your label after the fact. It's the same as like saying you lost a video game in a versus because of the controller. Like you get your ass beat in basketball. I had my knee brace. My knee. I had my knee brace.
Yeah, nigga controller died, get his ass whooped. It's like, yeah, that's unfair and it's unfortunate that your controller died while you playing this nigga online for the money. But he just beat your ass and you had to take that L. So it's like, I'm sorry.
It's just still going to record.
Yeah.
Still got recorded.
But yeah, bro, it's crazy how like everybody drink Casamigo now.
Yeah, it's
I've been drinking that shit though.
that was a drink. That was a drink last year's. That was last year's drink, right?
That was last year and this year's drink. Like this shit ain't died yet.
Nah, I can't say it's this year's drink yet. The summer hasn't hit yet. I feel like
Nigga, it never left, bro. What you talking about? What
nah, it's
this. Look what the fuck he got on, bro. Don't listen to this man.
it's a lot of space for another drink to come through and take the spot and take the cake.
He's in a car. He's in a cartoon right now.
I'm the main character of my life.
It's other
That's
shit
how
out
you
there.
gotta live it.
There's other shit out there now. You know what I'm saying? That you don't know about.
Nah, I was gonna say it's barely spring. Like it's an ugly spring right now. Like it hasn't even gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, it's spring. Like it's a lot of space for a new drink to take. It just take one little thing to oh yeah, it could be that shit.
I get your point, but the fact that we already 4 months in, and people are drinking Casamigos. Like Casamigos is the go-to.
2020 it was Capriccio. But that was 19.
I'm talking like mainstream, like liquor wise. Like 2019 was like on some. I think it was still like fucking Patron and Hennessy.
Yeah, Hennessy, that shit was annoying. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Anything can happen.
That shit was so
I got the Henny. And it's like,
this shit is another motherfucking Henny chef.
And then it went from Henny to Casamigos, and then like Casamigos been holding the throne since the Henny. Like,
I'm glad that Henny shit died out.
yeah, I'm glad a lot of y'all stopped drinking brown dye in your fucking cognac.
Hennessy was definitely a size. I'll still take some Reynold over some Hennessy.
I mean, I'll drink some Hennessy.
That's a biased opinion, but that Hennessy should just be. I mean, it's okay. Like, if it's there, I'll drink it. I'm not gonna, like, shit on it, but.
Yeah, I mean, but I get your point, though. Like, a new drink could pop off, like, yeah, we drinking this now. Fuck Casamigos. And it's like, yeah. Man, fuck that shit. Yo.
What's that shit that look like hookah?
I forget the name of it. Nah, that shit low key is a trend too, but it's not as it's not as acceptable to the mainstream. Like
chilling in the background. Like if you see somebody with a bottle, you know they doing big things, but you don't know exactly what's in it.
And the crazy thing is, like the bottle, like itself. You can go to Mexico and get them drinks for cheap. Bro, give me 5 reasons why you won't wife a chick with kids.
5 reasons why I won't wife a chick with kids. 1, there's no way in hell I am disrespecting my first child by putting them in a used womb. I can't even fathom that. Like the fact, like saying that almost makes me want to throw up. It might be this liquor though, but
What?
like putting my first kid in a womb that was already occupied by another man's seed. That the idea of that occurring just doesn't sit right with me personally.
That's wild shit.
I mean that shit wholeheartedly. That shit does not sit right with me. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. Those words just don't vibrate right coming out my mouth. That's 1. 2. Those is not my kids. They're not my children. And don't get me wrong. I say this all the time. Every man that's taking care of a child that he didn't, like, that's not his, he didn't birth, is like a real live superhero. Like, they're real life superheroes. And I mean that shit wholeheartedly as well. Like, every nigga that's doing that shit, that has done that shit, like, you deserve like weekly steaks, like shipped to the house or some shit like that. Like weekly steaks and beers, or like some kind of tax exemption, some kind of compensation, because that shit is very noble. But taking care of kids, that's not mine. I feel like when I finally do meet someone that I want to settle down with and have a child with, I would want. There's a certain amount of attention that like I would want between us that a child would just get in the way of. It just would. There's no way around it unless you don't have custody. Then at that point, that's just like a whole other situation I don't want to deal with, and which leads into the next situation. Those situations usually have baggage. You ever link up with a chick, or you ever talk to a girl and she just start, without you asking, she just start telling you like endless like baggagey shit, like, oh yeah, my baby father this and da 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 da.
Yeah. That happened to me before, and it was just like,
it's like, I know you trying to shit on this nigga right now, but
it was just like, bro, shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
That shit, it really just shows your bad character, your bad decision skills, like your bad mate choosing skills. Like, oh yeah, you chose this fucking nigga with no job, and you opened your legs to let him come inside you.
Bro, speaking of this, bro, I'm out DC. I'm walking, right? I just came out the store. This nigga on the phone. You stupid bitch! I look up and I'm like, huh? Like, hold up, cuz. The fuck's going on? He's like, he's like, you a stupid bitch, you let this nigga stick dick in you. You let this nigga stick dick in your pussy. And I'm like, bro.
On U Street crashing out.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? And then he was like, he's like, that's what the fuck you get. Like he was pretty much like going off. He's like, you could have said no. Now you calling me talking about this nigga nutted in you. You stupid bitch. But you want to get dick stuck in you. And it was just like it was clearly his girl, because he was like, yo, I'm gonna do me. Like I don't give a fuck. Like you do you. Like I guess she was like calling him on some like sad girl shit. Like, yo, I'm pregnant. This nigga fucked me last night. I need a plan B, or I don't know what the fuck. She probably felt guilty. I don't know.
Hey, bro, I hope you did not call that bitch back.
But
I hope you did not. I hope you meant what you said.
this nigga said, you let him stick dick in your pussy. Hey, I swear like well, everything. It took every fiber in my body, bro. Every atom, bro, to just not record this nigga. But I stayed a real nigga, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be in it. I'm not gonna record him going through this, cause I would never want this to happen. I wouldn't want to be made the joke out of. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm talking about it now, but no face, no kiss. You know.
It's just yeah, lost for words. Let's say a prayer for that nigga. Damn.
What was Cuz saying in that video? No, please.
Which one?
The nigga that was crying for his girl.
Oh, I can't even remember it. I can't even remember. That nigga was crashing out with the fake fucking Cactus Jack merch. Fucking shoestring belt. He had sandals on and shit. Beads in his hair. Fucking definitely over 25.
Yeah.
Only nigga that could do that is fucking Sauce Sauce Walker. If you not that nigga, don't do that shit.
I feel like him and Trinidad James.
Yeah, Trinidad James too. Sauce Walker, Trinidad James.
Maybe Lil Bo.
Yeah, Lil Bo could do that shit too.
But we ain't gonna get no.
And honestly, if Bow Wow wanted to grow his hair back out and do that shit, he could do that shit. And just cause Bow Wow, I got the little Romeo in there too. If they wanted to do that shit with some just a throwback one time.
They grew out of that. We as dumb three niggas, we giving them passes, bro. That's it.
No, they want to do that shit, but yeah. Come on. I see why she broke up with you.
Nah.
I didn't give a fifth reason. I don't even know if I have one.
Bro, honestly, like, those reasons, like, when you started off, like, you was clearly, from the jump, a sexist, bro. And I'm offended as a man and as a feminist. I feel offended by what you said. We got squabbling. Speaking of squabbling, my man, Big Fish beat that nigga ass. Broke that nigga eye and shit.
he was fucking his ass up in that tiny ass corner.
Yo, what like watching my man Earl Spence like fight on the inside. This shit's so beautiful. Like you don't see many fighters just beat motherfuckers up on the inside like that. It's really the sport after Floyd Mayweather is all counter defense, flashy fights. Yeah, you don't really see people just stand there like these. Like I'm here, like I'm about to beat you. I'm gonna cut the ring off. Your dominant foot, my foot on the outside. Now you can't get out of there. Now I'm using motherfucking I forget like the term that they use, like using your shoulder, blocking the vision of your right hand. Wow, so they don't even know what's coming and shit.
How many bros he got now?
3. I think he got 4, but he only counted 3 or some shit like that. And then he got 1 more. He about to get that motherfucker too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that is what's up. You gonna beat Terrence Crawford ass.
Doing shit. Gotta keep the train moving. It picks up with momentum.
That shit just threw me off.
Original Chain Snatcher. Just like a Pokemon, yeah, but I got a bagger.
Hey, that nigga eyes was like this. Fuck you. But that was another episode of Slct podcast. I think we should wrap this out now.
Yeah.
It's your boy Joe. I'm here with my man Sun God. It's episode 10. Click the fucking link. Get the merch. Show love. Like, subscribe. Peace. Wakanda forever.